do this.
You got room?
I've lost a lot of weight, man. I got all kinds of room now. Look at that. Fit this skinny guy in here. Skinny-ish.
Oh gosh, what are we gonna do now?
Whoop, sorry about that.
While you're doing that, let me tune up a little bit in honor of a live podcast.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Cedar Glade Brews. My name is Jonathan Harmon. I've got my friend Sam over here and my new friend Austin over here. What about this guy? What about Austin? Yeah. And Sam already did this to him, but nobody did it to Sam. What about Sam Rorix, you guys? Captain Sam.
Captain Sam.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Look, if you don't like Captain Sam, I don't like you. You can just leave.
Aw, thank you, buddy.
Not really. Stay and drink beer. But anyway, so we are live. Are we live, Trent? We are live in the CGB Acoustic Garage. This is the last show for the Acoustic Garage of the season. And what a way to go out, you guys. So anyway, I'm super excited to be here and talking with these guys. And I couldn't have picked a better group to have as our last show. Not that we're going to stop doing live music. We're just going to stop podcasting it.
Oh,
is that fair?
Forever? Or just for a while?
Just till February. We'll wait till it gets cold. Let's get through the holidays.
All right.
Speaking of holidays, I see a guy out in the audience right now in a fancy white hat, Mr. Bill Stieber. And if you're anywhere next Friday, it should be here, because Bill has a hell of a show planned with Captain Sam.
I got recruited.
You got recruited?
Yeah.
Did you get voluntold?
No, if he asks and I'm available, it's always yes. And he knows it.
Outstanding. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun, you guys. So music starts at 8 o'clock, right? Yep, 8 o'clock. No cover. Wear a costume. We're going to give away beer. It's going to be great. So come hang out with us. And a kids' costume contest at 5:30, by the way, because we like the kiddos, right? That's it. All right. Sam and Austin. Tell me first, who are you? Obviously, you're Sam and you're Austin. Tell me about you. Where are you from? Why are you playing music? What are you doing here?
All right, so back in the 60s, I was one of those guys. I'm this old, all right? I saw the Beatles on Ed Sullivan, and I thought, okay, I want to be involved in that. I mean, it was just that simple. And so, about a year later, I had a drum kit. So I'm originally from East Tennessee, listen to hillbilly string band music, which is what I'm doing a lot of tonight. But I love everything from that to rock and roll and on and on and on. And I'm currently living my dream. I'm in 5 bands and running a music venue, and just having the ball. And getting to hang out with people like Austin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, my name's Austin. I was from Unionville, Tennessee, which is just about 30 minutes south of here. Started playing fiddle when I was 5 years old after seeing BR 549 on the Opry Plaza.
Yeah.
Just saw Donnie Herron up there playing fiddle and decided that's what I wanted to do. So been doing it ever since. Bunch of hillbilly jug band music. That's the real McCoy.
That's fantastic. That is awesome. All right. So each of you, we'll start with Austin. Your favorite show you've ever seen?
Oh man, that's a hard one. Probably right after the pandemic, when we got to see live music again, we went to see the Beths, which is an indie pop rock band from New Zealand, and they're the best.
Yeah,
they're the best right now.
Who was it?
The Beths.
The Beths.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're great.
Okay.
Check them out.
Favorite show ever, the Beths. Can you beat that?
Well, I guess it depends on your perspective. Again, I'm so old. I saw Jimi Hendrix May 9th of 1969, 3 months before he played Woodstock. I didn't even know the significance of me seeing him at that time.
Yeah.
Until 10 years later, and somebody looked at my ticket stub, which I still have, and said, "Oh my God, that was pre-Woodstock." And I'm like, "Oh, cool."
I don't know the Beths, but I think he's got you beat,
man,
dude.
I think he does too. Doggone. Jimi Hendrix.
Well, that's one of the only advantages of being old.
Well, I'm pretty sure I was born in the wrong generation. I say that a lot because that's when the good music was, for sure. We have good music now, though, too. Yep. All right. First original song. What's it called? What's the story?
Okay. Well, it's called Please Stop Talking. And believe it or not, and I think my wife may be here now, it has nothing to do with my wife. This comes from a Richard Pryor routine.
Okay.
I saw him on a late night talk show after he nearly burned his face off, freebasing cocaine.
Yep.
It's another story. But he was talking about his woman was leaving or left him recently, and he said, she should have left me a long time ago. Said, I was a no count, and But he said, the problem I got, man, what really burned me up, and then he laughed, right?
Besides the cocaine.
Yeah. He said, what really burned me up about that was she spent 2 hours telling me why she was going to leave. So I wrote this tune about that called
Just Please Stop Talking. I love it. All right. Please stop talking. Let's hear it.
All right. Here you go.
Oh, yeah.
If you run out of something to say, baby, please stop talking. If you got nothing nice to say, keep it to yourself. If you're coming around looking for a fight, just keep on walking. Or you can tell that sad story to somebody else. Maybe we should both start walking. Baby, you head north, and I'll go south. Yeah, we ought to go off in different directions. So I can't hear it if you happen to speak. Yeah, I think it's time that we both move on now. Because you hurt me so bad, it hurts when I sleep. Maybe we should both start walking. Baby, you head north, and I'll go south. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. You're one of a handful of people that have actually heard that song played live.
Well, it was pretty fantastic, actually. So what you may not be able to see on camera right now is getting over to this microphone. It's like walking through a minefield of instruments over here. It's awesome. Yeah, I love this. All right, so quick question, and then we'll hear the next song. And I think it's going to be interesting to hear it from, pardon me here, but two distinct generations of musicians here.
Yep.
How, when you start playing, you listened to that, you went to that concert, you saw BR 549, you're like, I want to play the fiddle. How did you decide, at what point did you go, you know what, I'm good enough to do this in front of other people?
Oh man, I'm still trying to decide that every day, right before you get up here.
He is.
So how did you decide that? Like, because I suffer from imposter syndrome in my life sometimes, you know?
Yeah. No, I know. I mean, you know what? I think I finally just worked up the courage, and I started out just playing drums and percussion, so I was behind the whole band, so I could kind of hide.
Yeah, but when you screw up on the drums,
exactly,
you really
that's the thing.
screw
But
up.
if you mess up, but I just fell in with a bunch of people that allowed me to screw up a few times. And you know that great philosopher Dave Grohl? I heard him many years ago, and I've always agreed with this. He said, if you're going to do music, you can't be afraid to suck. Because he said
fair.
everybody did for a while. He said, actually, we holed up in a garage for about 3 years, and we sucked a lot, real bad. And he said, then Nirvana became a pretty good band.
Some would say that Nirvana wasn't that great anyway. I would disagree with that. They were one of my favorites.
Man, you know what? But that's the attitude you got to have.
Yeah.
You got to be willing to screw up and just move on.
That's it. All right, next song. What we got?
All right, I'm going to tell you about this one. The other one we're going to do it.
Right, number 3. Yeah.
All right, I'm really proud of being from the South. And there's this writer out of Alabama named Rick Bragg, and man, that guy just speaks to me. Whatever he writes, I'm reading it. And I was reading a bunch of his short stories that had been in all these cool magazines, and he talked about traveling down the back roads of Alabama and Mississippi and running into these cool old diners. And he said, man, I knew I'd found the right place. I looked on there, and they had white gravy listed as a vegetable. And I thought, man, there's a song right there.
That's my kind of place. All right.
So this is called White Gravy.
I love it.
That's right. Yeah. We might even work that in here. I don't know. Yeah, and this minefield of instruments is up here because he can play all of them. So, hey, right over there with me is, we got 3/5 of the Jake Leg Stompers here. So we're going to throw down here in just a minute. So y'all don't go anywhere. It'll be even more fun. Here's a little White Gravy. Rolling down out of Como, Mississippi on Highway 51. Heard about a place, said they served up a fried honey bun. It's called Leela Mae's Fried Catfish and Chicken Shack. They say everybody that goes there always comes back. When I opened up the door, what hit me was Mama Tried. Knew right then and there I was going to order something fried. Got the fried chicken and catfish combo. Now for a side. Here it comes. They had white gravy listed as a vegetable. I almost cried. Oh, yeah. I really wish my mama could see me now. She'd say, my baby boy's getting a vegetable plate. I feel so proud. But you know, they say, everything's gonna kill you. Might as well make it something fun. Could I get a side of white gravy with that fried honey bun? There you go. It's a little bit of white gravy. And actually, I've had both of those. Fried honey buns, fried catfish, fried chicken, and white gravy.
Oh, yeah.
I apologize. I got involved in a conversation there for a minute while we were hearing about white gravy, which...
I still get excited when I just think about it.
You know, it's pretty much... I'm down with it being a vegetable. That's pretty much one of my favorite things.
You know,
if we could grind up spinach or something and put in there and make it a little healthy,
Man,
we could be onto something.
Good idea.
That's a good idea, isn't it?
Really good.
Yeah.
Kale.
No, let's not go crazy here. Come on now. All right, let's see here. Before we do the third song, tell me where are you guys playing next? What's your next gig?
Well, I'll tell you what. My next gig is going to be, I think it's Lisa's November the 5th. I think Lisa and I here have a little trio with a fella named Brad Frazier, and we're going to be down in Woodbury at Sophia's Off the Square on November the 5th. And then if I can, real quick, at the Walnut House on 11/11, we're bringing in our big band, Lisa Law and the Suspects, soul, blues, gospel, and R&B. And we're going to have us a dance party up at the Walnut House.
Outstanding. 11/11. What time?
11/11. Bring your dancing shoes and be ready to party down.
Tell me it's going to be at 11 p.m. Or is that too late?
That's too late for me.
Got it. How about you?
I think our next gig is November 5th too, over in Gallatin. I play with a string band called Uncle Shuffalo and the Haint Holla Hootenanny.
Say that one more time.
Uncle Shuffalo and the Haint Holla Hootenanny.
I love that.
They're amazing.
We're going to be playing
Uncle
out there.
Shuffalo. That's fantastic. All right, so you're going to go right into the third song, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I'm going to do this song because I don't want to give it away, and most of what I do is pretty light because life's too torturous at times. I like to have fun, all right?
Yeah.
But I'm going to do you a serious one. And all I'll say about this was I was in Chattanooga on a cold day back in the late 90s, and I didn't know what had happened. And I was driving home and heard this news report about this accident, and I didn't hear the outcome to it coming over Monteagle Mountain because my signal on the radio went out.
As it does.
And this song haunted me for 20 years, so I think I'm going to do it now.
Let's do it. All right.
This one's called Buried Alive. Darby got up before the sun got up. He started the coffee like he always did. He'd been way down on his luck. They didn't have an extra buck, but the work was good and the pay was strong. They say working outside can be awful tough. Take a smooth man and make him rough. It was cold and rainy back in December of 1999. That old boss said, "We got to get it done, boys. We can't wait for dry." They said he'd been down in that hole for over half a day. The sky and the general mood were solid gray. He was too tired to notice the walls were closing in. Right then, Darby's day went from gray to black. Said he thought to himself, "Hell, I can't go back now." Started praying real hard for his wife and that new baby girl. But then he said he saw a faint light coming through the dirt from up above. Said he heard this voice. It sounded like pure love. Said, "Take my hand, son. I got you now." Said he didn't know who, he didn't know how. Said when he finally came around, he only heard one sound. Sound of 7 grown men crying out loud. They said they were crying tears of joy, 'cause now they knew that boy got to go home to his wife and that new baby girl. Said when his eyes focused up and looked down at the foot of that stretcher, said them boys were standing around in the shape of a big old smile. Darby got up before the sun got up, started the coffee like he always did. Thank you. That's a true story, man.
I remember you telling me about that song.
Yeah, man. That
couple
that
weeks
thing.
ago.
I had actually been in downtown Chattanooga working back then, and so this is why I wanted to tell the story at the end.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was driving down around Moccasin Bend there to call on Combustion Engineering, and there was this giant construction project with this huge ditch and all this equipment going on, and I thought to myself, man, what a miserable day to be doing that kind of work. So as I'm driving back, starting up Mont Eagle Mountain, I heard there'd been a cave-in, and a guy named Darby Parker had been buried alive.
Yeah.
And I lost the signal. And I didn't know till 10 o'clock that night on the news that he lived.
Yeah.
Which is really rare and amazing. And so that's the only part that I knew to be true. And then the rest is
artistic license.
Artistic license.
That's it. I love it. All right, we got one more original. You were gonna say something?
No.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have one more original, but before we do that, because you're gonna take us out, broadcast is gonna end on that original.
All right.
I got some serious questions for you guys.
Okay.
Okay. Serious questions. Pen or pencil when you're writing a song?
Pencil.
Pencil?
Oh yeah. Always.
Sam?
I write it with pen
Yeah?
because I just kind of wait, and I say, okay, that's it. And I figure if I put it down in pen, I might stick with it, and then when I had to do it, I end up wadding it up and tossing it. But, yeah.
Got it. And you conserve paper.
Austin's more eco-friendly.
That's right. He's saving trees over here, y'all. All right. And then the last one, last question for you is if you could choose, are you going to see the future or be able to change the past?
Man, I don't know that you can actually change the past.
Well, let's pretend that you could. I've seen Back to the Future.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about that. What is 1,500 gigawatt flux
That's it.
capacitor?
Yeah.
No. I don't know, man. I just I'm a pretty happy-go-lucky guy. I'm just all about the future.
Yeah.
I just want the future to be wonderful for our kids and grandkids.
I'm the same way. See
Yeah?
the future.
I got a couple of optimists up here.
Wow.
I love it. That's fantastic. All right, last song. What you playing?
Okay. How many of y'all have lived in Murfreesboro for a long time? All right. I think it's Bridge Avenue and Old Salem or New Salem Highway. There's a tire store right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next to what used to be the Fish House.
Yep, right
Yep.
next to the original Fish House. Mm-hmm. And I'm qualified to sing this song because I grew up really, really poor. And then in another life, I was in the tire business, and we sold used tires to people that just couldn't buy new ones, So I get that. But that store up there, my wife Joy and I were driving along one day, and she says, "Oh my God, have you ever noticed that sign over there on the window? It says it's the home of the one-day guarantee." And I went, well, that's better than what you get in life. You got no guarantees.
Yeah.
But I thought, man, if you get one day, I'd go for that.
Yeah.
So this is called one-day guarantee.
Outstanding. He's going to take us out. Hey, thank you for watching CGB Acoustic Garage. This is the end of season 1, y'all. The last song, One Day Guarantee.
Closing it out.
I love it. All right.
Hand me that banjo there,
Oh,
Sammy.
yeah. Oh, yeah. So watch this. He's just going to borrow one of my instruments because he didn't bring enough.
Yeah,
You need the capo, or are you good?
I got one.
Because I'm playing it in A.
Perfect.
So this is for folks that if you've ever not been able to buy a new tire, you just either get it fixed or buy some used ones.
Ready?
Good. guarantee. That's the best deal you'll get if you're asking me. Jack it up, put 'em on, they're almost free. It's the home of the one-day guarantee. It's the home of the one-day guarantee. That's the best deal you'll get if you're asking me. You could go outside, be just your luck. You get run over by a rusty pickup truck. It's the home of the one-day guarantee. That's the best deal you'll get if you're asking me. Jack it up, put 'em on, they're almost free. It's the home of the one-day guarantee. Well, I pulled in 'cause I had a flat. The man said, I got one just like that. Said I'd rather not have one just like that, 'cause the one you're looking at's already flat. He said, hey, sit over there and stop acting strange. But I wouldn't pet the dog, it's got the mange. Yeah, it's the home of the one-day guarantee. That's the best deal you'll get if you're asking me. Jack it up, put 'em on, they're almost free. It's the home of the one-day guarantee. Yeah, it's the home of the one-day guarantee. That's the best deal you'll get if you're asking me. You could go outside, be just your luck. Get run over by Rusty Willis, once owned by Dobie Gillis. Later sold old Mel Tillis. Get run over by Rusty Willis, pickup truck. Somebody said I couldn't write a song with Dobie Gillis and Mel Tillis in it, and there it is.